friends, and welcome to week 8 of our kindergarten readiness videos. I'm Miss Bree, and let's get started. As always, let's start by reviewing all the letters we've learned so far. Let's say their names and their sounds. A says A and A. B says B. C says K. D says D. E says E and E. F says F. G says G. H says H. I says I and I. J says J. K says K. L says L. M says N says N. O says O and A. P says P. Q says Q. R says S says S. T says T. U says U and And V says V. Good job. This week we're going to talk about letters W and X. Let's start with letter W. To make a letter W, we start at the top, go diagonal down, diagonal back up to the top, diagonal down, and diagonal back up to the top. So we're making 4 lines total. W says W. Let's say that 3 times. W says W. W says W. W says W. Some things that start with W are wagon, or watermelon, or walrus. Our next letter is letter X. To make a letter X, we start at the top and go diagonal down all the way to the bottom, and then go to the top on this side and go diagonal the other way. X says X. Let's say that 3 times. X says X. X says X. X says X. One thing that starts with X is X-ray. Let's say all of our letters again, plus the new ones that we've learned this week. A says A and A. B says B. C says K. D says D. E says E and E. F says F. G says G. H says H. I says I and I. J says J. K says K. L says L. M says N. N says N. O says O and A. P says P. Q says Q. R says S says S. T says T. U says V says V. W says W. And X says X. The past couple of weeks, we've been reviewing all the numbers we've learned so far. This week, we're going to review numbers 5 and 6, and we're going to write them together. So grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and let's start. Okay, now that you have your paper and your pencil, let's start with number 5. To make a number 5, we go down and around and make a hat. Let's do it 3 more times. Down and around, make a hat. Down and around, make a hat. Down and around, make a hat. Now let's do number 6. To make a number 6, we go around and close the loop. 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 Keep practicing writing your numbers at home. Now it's time to practice our ending sounds. So I'll show you a picture, and you're going to tell me what's the last sound you hear in that word. So what's the last sound you hear in goat? G-O-T. T. Nuts. N-U-T-S. Hen. Pear. Leaf, ul, e. King, k, e, n, g, g. Jet, j, e, t, t. Girl, g, ol, ol. Good job, and keep practicing. Now it's time for our calendar. Let's start by singing our month song. There's January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December, 12 months of the year. Great job! Now let's do our Days of the Week song. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Good job, guys. Remember to keep practicing those songs at home so they'll be ready for kindergarten. We've been talking about seasons. There are 4 seasons in the year: spring, summer, fall, and winter. So far, we've talked about spring and summer. And today, we're going to talk about fall. We're going to read this book to help us learn what fall is all about. It's called Let It Fall. Let it fall. It's autumn. Early mornings, crisp and cool, meet new friends back at school. Mounds of color, raked up high, jump right in and watch the sky. But then, chilly, windy, gusty breeze, rake, rake, rake the blowing leaves. Let it fall, apple picking, mountain air, our next stop, the county fair. Hay rides, contests, jumping fun, the winning pumpkin weighs a ton. But then, brother stroller piled high, cold and tired, say goodbye. Let it fall, hiking, camping, what of you? Trees of orange, sky of blue. Squirrels gather, foxes hide, black bears sleep, sparrows fly. But soon, cold and frosty, tall bare trees, toes and fingers feel the freeze. Hats to knit, scarves to make, waiting for our first snowflake. Winter is coming, let it snow. So in the fall, it starts to get colder, and that makes all the leaves change colors and fall off of the trees, and that's why we call it fall. Another name for fall is autumn. After fall, when all the leaves fall off the tree, that's when we get to winter. We'll talk about that next week. As always, you guys did a great job today, and we'll see you again next week for our last video. Bye!